We are starting the press conference after the game between France and Great Britain. Tonight with us, Yacouba Ouattara, French player, and also head coach, Mr. Vincent Collet. Yacouba, can you give us some analysis brief of this game?
We didn't. I think we wasn't in a good mentality the way we get into the game. We knew they would come more aggressive than the first game because we won by many points, and we wasn't just ready to compete tonight at first. Then after we tried to come back, but it was a little bit too late.
Thank you. Coach, your brief analysis.
We played very bad. We started the game with no energy, no intensity, and against a very good team. We must congratulate Great Britain for their game. I think they were like possessed. I think for them it was even despite both teams were qualified, it was very easy to see that the game was not as important for them than for us. I think. For them, it was very important after the first game too, because we beat them by 23, and it was minus 27 at halftime. And I think they wanted a revenge, and also prove that they deserve their qualification to Euro. And despite we talk about that this morning, we were not too ready. And after, like very often in this case, instead of coming back. By working harder, but keeping patience and smartness, I think we were like panic because everybody wanted to do better, but not in the good way, and they kept going very, very well. And the both inside players, Soko and Essen, dominate us very badly. 17 points at halftime, 6 down fouls. And all this, for sure, basketball game is very difficult. That's obviously from far our worst game since beginning of qualification.
Thank you, Coach. We are proceeding to the questions from French media. FIBA coordinator will take microphone.
Thank you. I have some questions from French media. How different would that game have been if you had lost against Montenegro in terms of intensity, rotation, and
so far there was noise.
How different this game would have been if you lost?
I understand now. That's the first word. I don't listen very well. That's why it's difficult for me. It's huge. Despite we turn it over, I think 8 times first quarter against Montenegro. We gave them 14 points of fast break with these turnovers in first half. We gave them 70 points only Saturday. Since the beginning of qualification, first game I think Great Britain scored 56. We are one of the best defensive team of this qualification run. Tonight, first half especially, but even second half we could see at the end of the game easy backdoor, easy drives because of very high pressure, but too much. We didn't ask for it, but we want to come back. So, but with a hurry, with no patience, and this shows that we were. Not in the good mood, and against a team that played a great basketball game with energy, but not only. They play smart. Their defense was collective. This can happen. It seems to be impossible, but this can happen.
Okay, one last question. What did you learn from this? Not this game only, but from this window for your process to selecting team for the Olympics?
Not a lot of things. It's something different. Now it's time to observe, and it will be time to select in a few months. But everybody knows we have several other players, and we don't forget that we are qualified. It's not so easy. We were in a tough group because Great Britain was supposed to be perhaps the last team of this group, and they showed what they showed. Our group was very tough. Germany will finish with 1 or 2 wins only. So it means it was not easy to qualify. And for us, it was much more difficult than for the World Cup qualification, because we lose some players. Some leaders from the former windows are gone because they play EuroLeague, because they go somewhere else that we cannot. So every time we must rebuild. And I think hopefully we have many players, many young guys, and the game from tonight for me is spoiling a little bit what we have shown before, and that's my feeling why I am disappointed, because for sure it doesn't count for the rankings, but for me that's what we showed. I am very sorry for fans. I know many of us follow us, and that's not what we want to show. Since the beginning we were showing aggressive defense, heart, playing together, and tonight it was not the case. So for sure this is the main problem for today. But what we learned from the window, that we must keep working, because basketball is everywhere at a high level, and as soon as you come down a little bit, we have no spread. It looks like first game we had spread, but we show tonight that we don't have. So we need to keep going to work with our young guys to develop players, because what will happen if we don't do it? Some of the players of this window can. They want to go EuroLeague, for instance, and perhaps they won't play the next window. So it's very important that we keep working with young guys to keep our level, because for sure for us we cannot imagine that we don't go to Euro next time.
Thank you very much.
With this, we are finishing the first part of the press conference. Thank you. This is the second part of the press conference after the game between France and Great Britain. Tonight from the Great Britain with us, captain of the team Miles Hesson and head coach Mark Stuttel. Guys, brief analysis of this game from you.
What did you say? Brief analysis. Oh, you go first. Oh, from me? Okay. I mean, we started the game off the way that we wanted to start. We was aggressive. I mean, we got a lot of paint touches early. We didn't have to rely on that outside shot, and I feel as though we dominated them for the whole game physically, and that was our game plan going into it.
Thank you, Miles. Coach, the same question.
Yeah, I thought we were physically locked in, mentally locked in. I'd spoke previously. The guys felt like we wanted to right a few wrongs from the last game. And they've just all week the guys have just been locked in from every second. I feel like we've used every second this week, and I feel like that kind of transcended onto the floor, particularly that first half. We spoke about trying to get paint touches and trying to gang rebound collectively, and take away second chance shots, transition points, and you know, I think they had 35 points at the half, and I think that's as good as a half defensively that GB have played. And I even feel within that, the guys probably at half time were like, oh, there was a few possessions that we could have controlled. And when we're locked in like that defensively, the offense kind of take care of itself. These guys, I know that they really enjoy playing together. You know, they make reads off each other. They kind of know each other's strengths. So when we're doing that, I think that the offense kind of takes care of itself. They share the ball. They don't care who puts the ball in the hoop. And you know, really proud of kind of our performance. And you know, to go, I think we went 25 or 25 from the line. I think we out-rebounded them. I think we won 4 quarters. So, you know, really proud night for British basketball.
Thank you, Coach. FIBA coordinator will jump in with some questions from your media.
Hello everyone, I have some questions from British and European media. For Miles Hudson first. Where is the ceiling for this group of guys when it comes to World Cup qualifying and EuroBasket?
I feel as though if we carry on with this type of momentum going into the next few windows, the sky's the limit for us. I mean, we're getting better game by game, and I think it's only going to continue to progress in that way.
Another question, it seems as you peaked at the right time.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when our back's against the wall, that's what we do as a nation. We fight. So it was inevitable for me and the team that we were going to come out and fight, and we got the win, the 2 wins that we needed also.
I have one another question for Coach. Would you like to be the permanent head coach?
I'm not even thinking about that. You know, I'm privileged that, you know, in this position I've coached 6 games, and you know, I've leaned on the guys. I think there's been collective responsibility. You know, players, coaches, our performance staff. You know, everybody puts in you know, an incredible amount of effort. So I just want to enjoy us beating the 6th ranked team in the world there. You know, I think that's probably the focus for me right now. Just try and enjoy the moment with the guys.
And speaking of privilege, what you can take over from these challenging times, these challenging 2 windows?
Yeah, I mean, we've had you know, we've had 1 basketball game in England. You know, the FIBA windows are, you know, meant to be giving people an opportunity for basketball to be at home. So obviously, the pandemic, it kind of is what it is. And but on the back of that, we've had, you know, 1 game in Newcastle and 4 games here. I can't remember. Yeah, so we've had 1 game at home and the rest kind of abroad. So yeah, when you're around the guys for the full week, kind of in the bubble situation, it's just a privilege to see kind of how locked in they've been, their approach, how much it means to these guys to play with, you know, that Great Britain name across our chest. So yeah, I've just, regardless of where we've been, bubble situation, etc., it's been a privilege, and the guys have developed, and I know that right now they you know, hopefully enjoy it tonight, but I know that they'll already be looking forward to the next window and seeing how we can progress.
Thank you, guys. With this, we are finishing the press conference after the game between Great Britain and France. Thank you.